This game is called Dead as Disco, and what stands out about it is it seems like it's almost a pioneer within the genre of rhythm games with the way they mix combat and rhythm. I've already spent over 16 hours on the game and I've had it for like maybe 2 weeks, so it's safe to say I enjoyed myself. And not to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I've gotten pretty good at it as well. But the funny part is, the game isn't actually even out yet. I've just been playing the demo this whole time. But it's for good reason. The game's actually really fun, it's super stylish, and the art direction is top notch. It's one of the more unique games I've played recently. It almost has me asking, why hasn't something like this already been made? So I'm gonna go over everything we got so far, and what we can expect to see for the future. And let me tell you, I'm excited. Brainjar Games, the studio behind Dead as Disco, is a fully remote game studio founded in 2024. The studio is composed of a team of AAA veterans, most notably Will Cook. Will Cook's career started by interning at game companies and working around at similar places. He actually worked as content lead on the game Rift, which is a game made by the studio Tryon Worlds. After gaining this experience, he went on to co-found Brainjar Games, and their approach to game developing is very interesting. Their games seem to be more focused on vibrancy and style, which is pretty cool to see within the current climate of games. The studio's also committed to shorter work weeks, which I think is a good touch, and it also ensures that no one is burnt out, which we all know has been a big issue in certain types of studios recently. Overall, I'd say it's a really solid game studio. Getting back to the actual game itself, the mechanics are often compared to games like FNF and Sifu. And yeah, I definitely see the similarities, especially with the fighting style in Sifu, and obviously the fact that it's a rhythm game, which is exactly what FNF is. But I also think it's very reminiscent of Arkham style games in that whole genre, so the combat definitely feels really satisfying. But when it comes to FNF, I actually think that Dead as Disco has the opportunity to outshine it, mostly because FNF feels a lot more niche, and I think that Dead as Disco will have much wider audience appeal. I mean, first off, the game is a lot more forgiving than most other rhythm games, which a lot of people might think is bad, but I think it actually works pretty good with the way that they did things. The attacks feel really smooth so far, and they actually tease that they're going to be expanding the attacking system. In the teaser trailer that they have for the game, they show the ability to learn new moves and also some sort of ability progression, which I think can be really cool if done right. Another really cool mechanic that they plan on implementing, which they talked about at Gamescom 2025, was the ability to run co-op multiplayer. I think that this game would be really fun to play with your friends, just hitting combos and synergizing off each other. But aside from this, I've noticed that there were some minor glitches when I was playing, but I assume that they'll be fixed because we're still just playing the demo. And now we get into the most unique and anticipated mechanic, the ability to import your own music. I mean, I know my introduction to the game was seeing people posting cool clips of them fighting in time with mainstream music, and it wasn't just me, these videos garnered some good publicity. In an interesting way, the import song mechanic almost served as its own marketing, which is really unique to see. Now this mechanic is really cool, but in my opinion, I think they still need to work on it a little bit. The main issue that I have is that when you import a song, it's from a random MP3 online, and the issue with that is sometimes the BPM doesn't line up with where the song starts, and it ends up being out of time a little bit. And I know they added the offset mechanic, so I guess I can't really complain, but it still felt a little confusing to me, and I think it would be better if there was a little bit more visualization with where the beats lined up. Because as it stands right now, obviously knowing that it's from a random MP3 online, you don't exactly know how much it's off by, and you can't really see that with the beat offset mechanic as it is. But actually, as it turns out, that won't even be an issue. Because also at Gamescom 2025, they talked about how you'll be able to mark up and change songs however you want, and you'll really have full reign over what you want to do. So that's really exciting to hear. But aside from those criticisms, I think the game is really awesome and really unique. The developers also prioritize player feedback and playtesting and have a whole Discord server dedicated to this, so I'm sure most if not all of the issues will be cleared up upon release. And now we get into my favorite aspect of this game so far, the artistic direction. The first thing that's most likely to jump out to people is the use of colors and halftones, which I think is really reminiscent of the Spider-Verse movies. It's a relatively new style that I think has been being used a lot more recently, especially in movies, so it's really cool to see. And Spider-Verse wasn't the only thing that came to mind when playing this game. In the demo level, you can see 2D artwork of the characters talking, and the style of these drawings definitely reminded me of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So it's really cool to see that they're mixing styles together and that the developers really know what they're doing. And also in the demo level, the Hemlock cutscene was super clean. The art style was actually so good. And I just see a really interesting path forward. I think that this game is super unique and it has a bunch of potential, and if you're watching this, you should download the demo and try it out yourself. I had so much fun even with just the demo, and I'm really excited to see where things go from here. I know this video is a lot shorter and a different style than I usually have, but I just really wanted to talk about this.